He started out as a simple village doctor. Then after fighting in 2 world wars, he returned home to become a cocoa farmer and village chief. And finally, at the age of 61, he led his country to independence and became the president of Côte d'Ivoire. This is the incredible story of Félix Houphouët-Boigny, the wise man of Africa. When France colonized Côte d'Ivoire in the early 20th century, they took the land and resources from the local people and gave them extremely limited rights. But despite this injustice, our story today became a hero of the French colonial system. He was born in 1905 and grew up to be an exceptional student. He continued to excel and eventually graduated top of his class from medical school. As a reward, he was offered a prestigious position in a hospital in France. But instead of taking the job, he chose to return home to open a clinic and serve his people. At this point in history, most people saw the French as untouchable. They had the best weapons, the biggest ships, and were basically regarded as gods among men. So why didn't he just accept the reality of colonization and live a comfortable life working in France? Perhaps it was because his father died when Felix was just 8 years old, and his mother raised him with the values of courage and independence. Whatever the reason, he decided to go against the current and serve his people. Not only was he a brilliant doctor, but also a visionary leader who could see the bigger picture. He knew that true freedom would never be given by the French, so he began organizing secret meetings with other leaders to discuss strategies for independence. Eventually, he would be caught and put in jail for his activities. However, upon his release, he wouldn't back down. Instead, he led a massive strike in the cocoa industry, which was the backbone of the economy at the time. This caused the French to lose millions of dollars and finally see him as a serious threat. Therefore, they offered him a deal. End the strike, and you can have independence. Of course, he accepted and became the first president of Côte d'Ivoire. But he didn't stop there. He went on to lead the country through several periods of rapid economic growth and was known as the father of modern Côte d'Ivoire. However, during his presidency, he made some controversial decisions that changed the country forever. One of these decisions was to change the name of the country from Côte d'Ivoire to Ivory Coast. At first glance, it may seem like a trivial matter, but changing the name of a country is a huge decision. It symbolizes cutting ties with the past and embracing a new identity. For example, when Russia changed their name from the USSR to Russia, it represented the end of communism and the beginning of a new era. Similarly, when South Africa changed their name from the Republic of South Africa to South Africa, it symbolized the end of apartheid and the beginning of a new democracy. And in the case of Côte d'Ivoire, the name change symbolized the end of French colonialism and the beginning of a new African identity. However, not everyone was happy with the change. Many people, especially those who were educated in France, saw the name change as a rejection of French culture and a way of distancing themselves from their colonial past. This tension between the old and the new eventually led to a civil war that tragically resulted in his death. Despite this tragic ending, his contributions to his country and the African continent as a whole are undeniable. Here are just a few of his accomplishments. He successfully led his country to independence and helped it become one of the fastest-growing economies in Africa. He also played a key role in ending the Cold War and helping to bring about the end of apartheid in South Africa. He was also a strong advocate for Pan-Africanism and worked tirelessly to promote unity and cooperation among African countries. In addition to being a great leader, he was also a great humanitarian. He was known for his compassion and generosity and was always willing to help those in need. He established schools, hospitals, and other public works projects that helped to improve the lives of millions of people. In conclusion, Félix Houphouët-Boigny was truly a great man. He was a brilliant doctor, a visionary leader, a champion of independence, a strong advocate for peace, and a compassionate humanitarian. His contributions to his country and the African continent as a whole are undeniable. Although he's no longer with us, his legacy lives on and continues to inspire people around the world. If you want to learn more about other great African leaders, check out the series in the description. And if you're interested in learning more about the history of your own country, check out the Geography Now series in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.